Yeah, hi. Good evening, guys. Good evening, good evening. Good evening, Samad. Good evening, Akash. Good evening, Sapna. Yeah, chalo. So today we'll be taking up the current affairs of the fourth week of July. So let us start. And today we have quite important topics, mainly from prelims point of view, and the topics are also quite interesting as well. Some new topics. So quite interesting. So mains. If you guys are giving mains exam this year, please do attend these test series. It's quite important. So please attend all the test series. Even if you haven't prepared well, it's totally fine. But please do attend it. So even in the mains, the game is all about answer writing. And don't think that in order to write answer, you require some extraordinary content. No, basically you require some extraordinary answer writing skills. So answer writing skills is one separate thing, and content is another separate thing. So please do write mains test series. So these are the quite important and interesting topics today. So there are 8 topics, and few of them are very important. Say UBI. UBI is mainly from your mains perspective, and there are few topics that are directly for your prelims, and more or less it's a combination of both prelims as well as mains. So chalo, we'll take up the first concept, that is universal basic income. So too much in news, but the reason is different state governments are kind of rolling out universal basic income. Say for example, Rajasthan has recently passed this minimum income bill, and if you see Karnataka government has guaranteed some five poll promises. That's the five guarantees, and that kind of works like a universal basic income. That's what the Karnataka chief minister has told, and the same thing was told by your Rajasthan chief minister. So, but however, please everyone focus here. The question is not regarding Rajasthan's minimum income bill or say Karnataka's the five guarantees. That is not at all required from UPSC perspective. But you have to focus on the underlying concept. What is the underlying concept? The underlying concept is universal basic income. So that's what we'll be analyzing. Unless you are preparing from for Rajasthan civil services or say Karnataka civil services, not required. You need not know what is this. Okay, Rajasthan minimum income bill. Have a fair idea, but don't go into the provisions. Not at all required. Since you are preparing for the union, so focus on the union government bills, not the state government bills. But here you got to just understand what is the concept of universal basic income. क्या होता है universal basic income? That's what you got to understand. So let us see. As the name itself says, universal basic income. It is not something new for India. So universal basic income as a concept is being implemented in various parts of the world. Okay, be it in US or be it in say Kenya or say Brazil, Canada. So in various parts of the world, this concept of universal basic income is being implemented. Now let us understand what is this universal basic income. क्या होता है? What is this universal basic income? So basically universal basic income is nothing but it's a scheme where government will give some funds to the public irrespective, and there are no strings attached, there are no conditions at all. It is universal in the sense everyone will get that fund. So that is the meaning of universal basic income. So it acts like income. Say for example, 3000 rupees or 4000 rupees. Say in Karnataka, government is planning to give some 2000 rupees for all the women, or say some with there are certain conditions. But however, universal basic income means no conditions attached. If you are individual living in this region, you will get that money. That is the meaning of your universal basic income. It is a guaranteed income for all. There is no strings attached. This is what you got to know. No condition whatsoever. Just if you are a person living there, you will get that money. That is the meaning of universal basic income. But however, there are few characteristics for all universal basic income. What is the first characteristic? It is periodic in a sense. It can be monthly government gives say 3000 or 5000, or say bi-monthly, or say once in 3 months or once in 6 months. But there will be some element of periodicity. So that is the first characteristics of universal basic income. You understood the concept, right? What is universal basic income? Government will give some funds to the public. It acts like a income. Say how your salary every month on first of the month, you will get your salary will get credited. So something like this. Government, the concept of UBI is where government will credit say some amount to every individual living in that region. irrespective, there are no strings attached, be it let it be Mr. Ambani or say let it be someone else, everyone will get that money. That is the meaning of universal basic income. The first characteristic, it is periodic. Say it can be monthly or bi-monthly, once in 15 days, per week, anything, but there will be an element of periodicity. So this is the first thing. And next one is universal basic income deals with individuals. It is not that household level. Say per household will give 10,000. It's not like that. It is per individual. Per individual 2,000, or say per individual 5,000. It is not like it. Universal basic income is linked with individual, not with respect to household. Individual, every individual. That is the second characteristics of universal. And the next characteristics is your uh, any issues with the video all good now, all clear, right? Video, everything all good, right? Okay, yeah, chala then. Yeah, so I hope this is clear. Okay, anyways, I'll quickly summarize it. What is this universal basic income? Concept is very simple. Government will give every individual some amount of money, no strings attached. If you are an individual living in this region, you will get money. That's it. That is the meaning of universal basic income. So there are four main important characteristics. The first one is periodic, that is periodicity will be there. And the next one is, yeah, next one is individual. The universal basic income is targeted at the individual level, not at the household level, not at the family level. Individual, every individual will get certain money. That is the meaning, that is the next characteristics of universal basic income. It is targeted at individual level. Okay. Next one is universal. Everyone will get the cover. That is universal. There are no strings attached. And the final one is unconditional. It is not that if you are unemployed you will get money, or say if you are women you will get money. It's nothing to do with, there are no conditions attached, or say no strings attached. That is the meaning of your universal basic income. These are the characteristics of your universal basic income. But where does the money come from? The money can come from your tax revenues, or it can be raised through loans, or whatever it may be. But these are the characteristics of your universal basic income. Understood? So now let us consider what are the benefits of universal basic income. So what is understood, right? What is the universal basic income? Say government will give each individual certain amount, and it is periodic in nature. It can be once in a month, once in 15 days, once in 2 months, once in 3 months, anything, but it will be periodic. So this is the concept of universal basic income. What are the benefits? What are the benefits of it out of universal basic income? The first main benefit is it will reduce poverty. It will reduce poverty. Say if an individual gets say 4,000 or 5,000 rupees per month, it will reduce poverty. Do you guys know how much, what is the per capita average income of an agricultural household or of a rural household? It was recently told by the minister. So it is some 10,200, or say 280 rupees. Say around 10,000, you can keep it to 10,300. 10,300 rupees is the monthly income of a rural household, entire family. When entire family works together, they will earn 10,300. This is the India's average rural household income. If you see Jharkhand, I think Jharkhand is the lowest. It is somewhere around 4,900 rupees per household. If the entire household, father, mother, daughter, son, everyone works together, they will earn 4,900 rupees. That is the average in Jharkhand. In national level, in India level, if every individual in a family works, that is the household income, the average income is somewhere around 10,300. So this is the level of condition. This is the real condition of India. This is what you got to know. I know many of us are like say urban elites, so don't consider that 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees of universal basic income will not make any change. It will make immense change in the life of the people. So it will reduce poverty. The main thing in that is benefit of universal basic income is it will reduce poverty. Got it? And the next one is it is going to increase the economic security. Just 1 second. Yeah, sorry. So it's going to increase the economic security. So what do you mean by economic security? That is extra, that is there will be some safety net. Say assume that today I'll lose my job, then I'll not have my economic security. If there's assurance that every month I'll get some income, then it shows that there's a level of economic security. That is the meaning of it. So it increases economic security. There's an assured amount an individual gets, then that is called as the economic security. Clear? And then see who are the beneficiaries. Actually everyone, universal basic income, everyone. Doesn't matter whether you are Ambani or say whether you are say any other person. Everyone is the beneficiary. That is the meaning of universal basic income. Next one is it will improve your health and well-being. When an individual gets say 5,000 rupees or say 10,000 rupees per month, definitely it would improve their health condition, because easy accessible to easy accessible to good food, healthcare, etc. So as a reason it will improve the health and well-being. Next one is it would promote entrepreneurship. This is quite important, just focus here. How does it promote entrepreneurship? If you see here, many individuals who are doing this 9 to 5 job or say the laborer work, it is only because they don't have enough economic security. They are forced to do this 9 to 5 jobs. As a reason, if they are given some economic security, ठीक है, I will give you, say government will give you 5,000 or 10,000 per month, you can pursue your passion. If someone tells like that, everyone would try to become an entrepreneur or say some business person. So again it will promote entrepreneurship. Next one is it would free up people to pursue their passion. So many of them are not pursuing their passion only because of their economic constraint. If the government gives universal basic income, so that is every individual will get say certain amount of money per month, everyone would try to pursue their passion. And next one is it would cut down government expenditure on other schemes. Say for example, if the government implements universal basic income, it need not implement MG Narega scheme, it need not implement various other schemes, because government is already giving income to the people. So it can avoid the government missionaries getting deviated into various other schemes. It can avoid leakages into other schemes. So as a reason, the entire government machinery can focus only on these schemes. So these are the benefits of universal basic income. So does that mean that there is no drawbacks in universal basic income? You understood, right? What is the concept of universal basic income? Everyone will get some amount that is given by the government, irrespective. There are no strings attached, no conditions at all. So this is your universal basic income, and this we don't have it in India. But what are the drawbacks? Why don't we have it in India? We'll only understand if we know the drawbacks. Okay, if we understand the drawbacks, you'll get to know that why we don't have it in India. So the main reason is cost. It incurs huge, say thousands and lakhs of crores for the union government. Cost to government will be very high. If the government plans to give say even 2,000 or 3,000 rupees for every individual, the government will have to incur lakhs together. That is like probably around say 2 to 3 lakh crore per year. So that is the estimation. So that is the main important thing, that is cost to government will go high. If the cost to government will go high, what will happen to this fiscal deficit? So I will not have revenue, but I will have to spend a lot. If I implement universal basic income, what happens? The government has to spend a lot. If the government has to spend a lot, and if it doesn't get enough revenue, what will happen? The fiscal deficit will start to increase. Okay, if the fiscal deficit starts to increase, then the government will not have fiscal prudence. This is the main issue, that is it will hamper the fiscal prudence. Understood? Next one is next one is disincentive. It acts as a disincentive to work. That is, individuals will not go to work. Say if I get say every month, if I get say 10,000 rupees per month, why would I go and work outside? So it acts as it is a potential disincentive to work. If everyone gets say 5,000 rupees per month, irrespective of whether they are working, studying, or anything, why would people want to study, or why would people want to go out on work? So that is the one thing, that is potential disincentive to work. And the next one is it would impact the labor market. So what do you mean by it would impact the labor market? See, if everyone doesn't want to work, if say majority of the section doesn't want to work, why they wouldn't want to work? Because they are getting income from the government. Why would they want to go and work? So as a reason, there would be labor shortage will be there. So if majority are getting, if everyone gets the income and majority don't want to work, so what will happen to the labor market? There will be shortage of labor in the labor market. If there is shortage of labor, what will happen? The prices of the labor will increase. So this is the another issue, that is impact the labor market. And the next one is, it is going to cost, it is going to lead to administrative challenges. See, giving universal basic income, there are a lot of loopholes will be there. Say, we need to find out how the individuals, we need to see what are the exclusion errors. So did any person got excluded from the schemes, or is there any corruptions that is there in the universal basic income? So these are some of the drawbacks that are found, that are possible drawbacks of your universal basic income. Understood? Possible drawbacks of your universal basic income. Understood? Any doubts over here till here? So what is, Tanushri, what is exclusion error? Now your exclusion error is simple. Say for example, if I am teaching and say few students are not able to listen, then it's an exclusion error. Getting it? So if that's a simple concept. If I'm teaching now, and if you're not able to get what I'm understanding, it's an exclusion error. So if the government is providing universal basic income and few of them are not able to receive, either because they don't have Aadhaar card or either because some document issues. So government, I as a government, I'm giving to everyone, but few of them are not able to receive the benefits, then it's called as an exclusion error. They got excluded, but that's an error. If I'm teaching and if you're not able to listen, you got excluded, it's an exclusion error. It should not have happened, but it happened. This is called as exclusion error. Clear? Leakages are corruptions. If I as a government, I'm giving 5,000 to everyone, the mediator might take 200 rupees or say 500 rupees. That is called as the leakages. Clear? What is fiscal prudence? Fiscal prudence is basically maintaining the government budget within the fiscal deficit. Fiscal prudence in the sense, say for example, my salary, hypothetically assuming that my salary is 100 rupees and I spend 120 rupees per month, then I'm not maintaining fiscal prudence. I'm not having fiscal prudence. If my salary is 100 rupees, I have to spend 100 rupees. If I spend more than 100 rupees, then I'm not maintaining fiscal prudence. That is the meaning of it. If government gives universal basic income, government should get that much revenue, right? Government should get that much revenue. If government is not able to get that much revenue, how can government implement universal basic income? If in order to implement universal basic income, hypothetical number would be say 3 lakh crore. This would be the hypothetical number, around 3 lakh crore per year. So if the government is not getting 3 lakh crore revenue per year, and if the government starts spending 3 lakh crore, then it would affect fiscal prudence. Clear? Okay, yeah. Chalo. Now we'll start. See, what is let us consider what is the status, universal basic income status in India. So why are we taking this issue? Recently, there was a interview with the current chief economic advisor, and this question was asked to him. So what he told was, currently the government has no intention to implement universal basic income in the near future. So till the near future, the government has no plans to implement universal basic income. And what the chief economic advisor, what he told was, it would act as a perversive incentive in the sense, it would disincentive people to work, it would disincentive people to study. So this is what the current status is in India. We don't have universal basic income, but however, please everyone focus here, but however, we have something called as quasi universal basic income. Quasi, we don't have universal basic income, but we have quasi in the sense pseudo, that is pseudo universal basic income. So what is this quasi universal basic income? So basically, what is the definition of universal basic income? Everyone will get the money from the government, no conditions attached. That's what universal basic income, right? But however, in India, there are certain schemes that act like a quasi universal basic income. Quasi universal basic income is, it is not universal. There are certain conditions attached. If you take say, currently, I think last week Karnataka government announced some scheme called as Gruha Lakshmi scheme. What is this Gruha Lakshmi scheme? That is, women will get 2000 rupees. The women who are not paying taxes will get 2000 rupees. There are conditions attached. What is the condition? The individual should be women. Second, the women should not pay taxes. So there are certain conditions attached. So if an individual meets those conditions, government will give 2000 rupees. So that is the meaning of quasi UBI, quasi universal basic income. It is not universal. It is not everyone will get 2000 rupees. If you meet certain conditions, you will get that money. Say for example, union government is also running some quasi universal basic income schemes. Say for example, PM Kisan Samman Yojana. So farmers will get 2000 rupees once in 3 months. Once in 3 months, farmer will get, sorry, once in 4 months, that is 3 installments. So once in 4 months, farmer will get 2000 rupees. So this is the meaning of the quasi universal basic income. It is, see, it's not that they will give money for everyone. You got to be a farmer, only then you can avail this benefit. So we don't have universal basic income as such, but however, there are certain schemes which act as like a quasi universal basic income. Clear? So, say for example, PM Kisan Samman Yojana, or say in Telangana we have Raita Bandhu scheme. In Odisha we have Kalia scheme, and recently in Karnataka, I think last week they have announced this program, that is Gruha Lakshmi scheme. Gruha Lakshmi scheme. So these are certain schemes that would act like a quasi universal basic income. Understood? We do not have universal basic income in India. So now let us see what is the conclusion. So the conclusion for universal basic income is, should we have universal basic income in India? Should we have? So if you ask that is a question, so the answer would be that we should first do multiple pilot projects. Pilot projects are needed regarding universal basic income. What do you mean by pilot project? We'll take up one small village or say one small district, and we'll try out universal basic income over there, and we'll see what is the effect of it. Rather than rolling out universal basic income in pan India, we'll do a pilot project, small projects in one village, or say small project in a district. So that is called as pilot projects. We should have multiple pilot projects in order to understand what would be the effects of universal basic income. Only then government should roll out universal basic income. Understood? And the next one is, government should focus on skilling and employment generation. See, what is the main agenda for universal basic income? Poverty alleviation. Poverty, you have to reduce the poverty. So that is the main agenda. So one is, government can give the money, or else government can train the people and ensure that employment generation. So if government will skill the people and ensure there's employment generation, people, they themselves can work and earn that money. So first, government should have some pilot projects in order to understand what are the consequences of your UBI, universal basic income. Along with that, government should also focus on skilling and employment generation. Got it? So this should be your conclusion. Now let us consider the final, that is the question, prelims question. Please focus here. Everyone read it. It's important. Take time. Yeah, fair enough. D is the answer. Okay, so in India, we don't have, universal basic income. It is financial assistance provided to people who are unemployed. Not just unemployed, it is universal. There are no strings attached. Universal basic income means it's universal. Doesn't matter whether it's, say, the richest person or the poorest person. Everyone will get everyone will get the money. So that's the meaning of universal basic income. So one is wrong, two and three is right. So now let us consider the next topic, or quite interesting topic. This is called as, okay, bacteriophages. Okay, what is this bacteriophages? Okay, bacteriophages is nothing but, okay, if you, what do you think? Can which organism is bigger, virus or bacteria? Which do you think is bigger, virus or bacteria? So yeah, bacteria is a bigger organism compared to your virus. In fact, your viruses will affect bacteria. Can create some diseases within bacteria. So bacteria is a bigger organism compared to your virus. So bacteriophages. So what do you mean by bacteriophages? It's a Greek word. So basically, it means, simply means, phages means eat. Phages means eat. Okay. Okay. So what bacteriophages means, in order eat the bacteria. So in simple words, if you have to literally translate, it means that eat the bacteria. So bacteriophages are nothing but a virus. Okay, it's a virus that is going to infect the bacteria. That is the meaning of it. Okay, bacteriophages is a virus that infects the bacteria, and we all know that bacteria is a pathogen that's going to cause a lot of diseases, and that's very much evident. So there are various bacteria that is going to cause diseases. So how can you treat it? We can have antibacterial. Okay, that is, okay, your antibiotic medicine. If you have a fever or say typhoid and all, people give, so your doctors will give antibiotic. So what does this antibiotic tablet do? It will go and kill the bacteria. So this is chemical. We use some chemicals in order to go and kill the bacteria. But however, we know that there are elements, there are some virus that can also go and kill the bacteria. So why can't we use the virus instead of a tablet? So that is a concept over here. So in order to see, we know that bacteria causes some diseases in humans, say in terms of fever or say your jaundice, etc. So that many diseases are caused by your bacteria. So in order to kill this bacteria, we can use chemicals, that is your antibiotic, the tablets. So but there's also another alternative. We know that the virus will also kill the bacteria. So using this virus to kill the bacteria, that is a concept that is known as phages, or say bacteriophages is nothing but the virus that kills the bacteria, or say that eats the bacteria, so or say that infects the bacteria. So this is the basic concept. Now let us see what are this, okay, bacteriophages. Bacteriophages are nothing but these are the kind of virus. Okay, this is a virus. This is how the bacteriophages virus looks. So what it does is this bacteriophages virus, if you see here, this is the bacteria, this one is the bacteria, and over this bacteria multiple viruses will sit on this bacteria and it will kill the bacteria. So that is your bacteriophages. Okay, bacteriophages are the virus that would infect the bacteria. Understood? So what is there? So now let us understand how does this bacteriophages kill the bacteria. See, this is your bacteria. These are these viruses. This red one is viruses. When this bacteria, that is bacteriophages, comes and sits on the bacteria, what are the mechanisms this bacteriophages does? Please everyone focus on this diagram. So this is your bacteriophage virus. So when this bacteriophage virus, when it comes and sits on the bacteria, so it first, what happens, first it lands on the bacteria. Assume that this is a bacteria, this is bacteriophages. First what it comes and lands on the bacteria. So first it lands, and then what next step is it pins, or say it gets attached. So this is your attachment. Next stage is it gets attached. So that is your bacteriophages comes and gets attached to your bacteria, and once it gets attached, it will penetrate the tail. So if you see here, so this is your bacteria, right? This is your virus. So these are the tails. So it will penetrate the tail into the bacteria. So it will penetrate the tail into the bacteria, and once the tail gets penetrated into the bacteria, what will happen? It will release it. It will inject the DNA of the virus. The DNA of the virus will enter into the bacteria. If the DNA of the virus enters into the bacteria, the DNA of the virus is nothing but your bacteriophages. If the DNA of the bacteriophages enters into the bacteria, what will happen? The DNA will start to multiply inside the bacteria, and what it will do is it will kill the bacteria, or it will ensure that the bacteria becomes inactive. Either it will kill the bacteria or the bacteria becomes inactive. Understood? So what is happening? So either, in order, assume that if I have a bacterial disease, how can I remove the bacteria in my body? So I can use antibiotic tablets, or say amox or some antibiotic tablet, or I can inject this bacteriophages in my body. These bacteriophages virus, they will go and kill the bacteria. Understood? There are two ways. Clear? So this is the mechanism of your bacteriophages. So what this bacteriophages, how does it work? So initially the virus will come, it will land on the bacteria, and next one is it will pin itself, that is it will attach to the bacteria, and then it will insert its tail and then inject the virus DNA into the bacteria. This DNA will multiply inside the bacteria. It can either kill the bacteria or it will make the bacteria inactive, so the bacteria becomes inactive. So this is the mechanism of your bacteriophages. And but what are the benefits? What are the benefits of this bacteriophages? The main important benefit is it can treat the bacterial infection. We need not depend on antibiotics. So this is, and also here you got to know that these bacteriophage virus only impacts the bacteria, it doesn't impact humans. So these are the kind of virus which doesn't impact humans, but this virus, it's going to impact the bacteria. So it kind of acts like a good virus for us but a bad virus for a bacteria. This is what you have to understand. So it can treat the bacterial infection. And the next one is it can, okay, it becomes more effective than many of the antibiotics. So in few cases, these bacteriophage viruses are more effective than your antibiotics. And also we know that if you take antibiotics tablet, there are so many side effects. But however, since these bacteriophages virus are good for humans, it will not hamper humans, it will not do anything to humans. Basically, these are harmful for only the bacteria. Bacteriophages are harmful for the bacteria, not for humans. So as a reason, we will not have side effect. There will be very little side effects compared to your antibiotics. And the next one is it will help in controlling the bacterial population in the environment. And also another thing is it will reduce the that is bacteria, the growth of bacteria in the environment. So these are the benefits of your bacteriophages virus. Understood? Clear? So yeah, Pulkit. Right. Okay. So, what are the drawbacks? Okay, drawbacks of your bacteriophages. What are the drawbacks? See, this bacteriophages, it's not something new. This concept is not something new. It's not that we have got to know that this concept is relatively new. No. This, we know this concept somewhere in last 50, 60 years. But however, we did not. There was no major research done on this bacteriophages. Majority of the focus was on your antibiotics. The pharmaceutical industries, okay, majority of the research regarding bacteria was through antibiotics. But this concept is not something new. We knew this concept, that is the bacteriophages, we knew it. Now the traction is moving towards bacteriophages. Now we are focusing on bacteriophages. And what are the drawbacks? The drawbacks are these are not effective against all the bacteria, because we don't know, there are multiple bacteriophages are there, we haven't researched properly. And there are certain bacteria, we are not able to find the bacteriophages. So as a reason, bacteriophages are not effective on all kinds of bacteria. There are billion types of bacteria are there, but not bacteriophages are not effective on all types of bacteria. So that is one thing. And again, it can be difficult to produce. That is, in order to produce these, we have huge pharmaceutical industries to produce antibiotic tablets. But however, we don't have enough infrastructure to produce these bacteriophages virus in large quantities. This is not possible. And the next one is we haven't studied this bacteriophages in detail. That is, it is not as studied as, it is not as researched as your antibiotics. That's what, as I told you. So this bacteriophages is not that very new concept. We got to know about this bacteriophages some 50-60 years ago. But however, majority of the focus was on this antibiotics that was led by your pharmaceutical industries. So as a reason, this concept, that is this bacteriophages, got ignored. It is not that we have discovered it now, it got ignored. And we don't know the proper, the different kinds of bacteriophages that's going to impact the bacteria. So this is the thing, these are the drawbacks. It basically, it got ignored, we did not know its potential. And now it is only in the recent times we are trying to identify the real potential of these bacteriophages. And so as a reason, what is the future, what is the future of bacteriophages? So the future is, everyone now the research community is focusing on this bacteriophages for treating the bacterial infection. So we are gradually trying to move away from the antibiotic tablets and moving towards your this bacteriophages. But since last 40-50 years we had ignored this, now the research community is moving towards the bacteriophages. So as a reason, more research are needed, that's what you have to know. Understood? This is the future of your bacteriophages. Clear? Any doubt here? All clear? Okay, so please answer this. It's a quite very easy answer. Oh, excellent. Okay. So C is the answer. That is, bacteriophages are the virus that infects the bacteria. Okay. So next topic is steel slag road technology. Steel slag road technology. We got to be proud about this. So in India started using the steel slags in the road. So what is the steel slag? So basically, there's something. I'll explain what is steel slag. So there's something called a steel slag. We started using the steel slag. You would have heard about using plastic waste in the road. Similarly, now India has started using steel slags in the road technology. So let us understand what is steel slag. So steel slag, so steel, iron and steel. I hope in your geography you would have read about iron and steel industries. So this is your iron and steel industries. See, every industry will have some byproducts. The byproducts can be useful or say useless. See, that's a byproduct. So even in steel industry, we have a byproduct called as a slag. That is called as a steel slag. Slag is nothing but a waste, some byproduct will be there. This waste element that will be generated from the steel industry. What is this waste element? So this is the waste element. So the waste element is nothing but the steel slag. It's a byproduct. So we'll take the waste element, this is your steel slag, and dump it in a ground. So this is your steel slag. And after cooling, what will happen? The steel slag would look like this. This is your steel slag. I'll reiterate what is steel slag. See, steel slag is nothing but a byproduct of a steel industry. It's a waste product. While producing your iron and steel, some waste product will come out of this industry. This waste product is nothing but your steel slag. So before this, we were not using this steel slag properly. Now what is the steel slag? This is kind of your molten waste. This molten waste is dumped. Usually earlier, what was happening, this molten waste or steel slag was getting dumped in some huge dump yard or say huge pits. And after this molten gets cooled up, so it would look something like this. This is the steel slag. Clear? So now what has happened is we have started using the steel slag in the road construction or say building of road. How are we using this? How are we building this? How are we using the steel slag in the road construction? So basically simple. Okay, this steel slag is nothing but a huge boulders, a gravel kind of huge boulders. This is of this size, huge boulders are there. So how do we use this? So basically what we do is we take up this steel slag, we crush this steel slag, and to fine powders, and we use that steel slag with bitumen or say cement. Along with, we mix this steel slag with cement or with bitumen, and we use that to lay the road. So that is your steel slag technology. Yeah, that's your steel slag technology. Clear? So what is steel slag? Steel slag is nothing but the waste, the byproduct that comes out of steel industry. Once it gets cooled, what we'll do is we'll crush it, and we'll mix it with cement or we'll mix it with your bitumen, and we'll use that to lay the road. So this is no rocket science here, no rocket science over here. So it's a simple concept. So basically we crush the steel slag, and we mix it with your cement, and we lay the road, or say we mix it with bitumen and we lay the road. So that is your steel slag road. And what is the current status of this steel slag road technology? So basically the first steel slag road was laid in Surat, and recently we have also laid the steel slag road near Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, Arunachal Pradesh, near the Indo-China border, we have laid road. But however, what's happening, the current status is that your Ministry of Steel, that is your Ministry of Steel, what it is doing is, it is promoting, or say it is nudging the Ministry of Roadways to start using this technology, that is steel. Okay, steel slag road technology. And also your Ministry of Steel is nudging the state governments to use this technology. Understood? So this is the current status, that is your Ministry of Steel is nudging, it's promoting Ministry of Roadways as well as your state governments to use this kind of steel slag technology in order to construct the road. Understood? So this is the basic thing. But why are we using this steel slag? Why not something else? Anyway, steel slag is a waste product. Why not dump it in a dump yard? Why What's the advantages of steel slag technology? So there are various advantages. That's the reason we are using it, and also that's the reason why your Ministry of Steel is promoting to use the steel slag technology. So what are the various advantages? If you consider, the steel slag road is more durable than the conventional road. It is more durable. Steel slag road, this road is more durable than the conventional road. And secondly, this is more resistant. It is more resistant to cracking and potholes than the conventional road. If you compare with respect to the conventional road, it is more durable, it is more resistant to cracking as well as potholes. And secondly and thirdly, it is more resistant to water damages. So if you see, during now it's a rainy season, you would have seen that many of the roads will get damaged, whereas that will not be the case with this steel slag technology. Understood? That is, it is less likely to be get damaged by the water. Okay, so next one is, it is environmental friendly than the traditional one. Why it is environmental friendly? So earlier what was happening, we were just dumping the steel slag in some dump yard, so it used to create pollution. Now what is happening, now we'll use the steel slag in order to construct the road. Similarly, when we started using this plastic waste in order to construct the road, it was environmental friendly because plastic was creating pollution. Similarly, the steel slag is also creating pollution in some dump yard, okay, near the mining center. It is creating pollution. Now what are we doing? We are using that steel slag in the road. So as a reason, it is more environmentally friendly compared to your a conventional road. And also it helps in controlling the steel slag waste. See, steel slag is a waste product, it's a pollutant. If you just go and dump it near the some pit, it's a pollutant, it's of no use, it's a pollutant. Now when we started using this steel slag, we are able to control the steel slag waste also. These are the main benefits. And the another important benefit is, so it will promote this waste to wealth mission. So government of India, that is the PM's office, is running a mission called as waste to wealth. So again, your steel slag is a waste product, right? We are using this waste product in order to create wealth, that is your road. So again, this using the benefit of steel slag road is that we are giving impetus to this scheme, that is waste to wealth scheme. Clear? So these are the main benefits of your steel slag. Any doubt over here? Neha, the first steel slag was in Surat here. Bitumen, yeah, bitumen. Oh, black color. The black color road you get, na. Matlab, that the chemical name is bitumen. Matlab, in local language we call it as tar. Matlab, that is called the literal meaning. The chemical name is bitumen. Yeah, please solve this. Again, it's not here. It is not. No mandara. Nothing as such. What are potholes? Yeah, potholes. Matlab, gadda in the road. The holes in the road. That's called as potholes. Uh, yeah, Sarita, no disadvantage as such here. uh, Ritu, no prime minister's role here. So basically, prime minister's office is running a scheme called as wealth to mission. Sorry, it's running a mission called as waste to wealth. This is a mission run by PM's office. So there, so when I start using this steel slag, what is happening? I am indirectly contributing to this mission, that is waste to wealth. I got it. Yeah. Arey, no, Pranish, it doesn't reduce here. It doesn't reduce. It's not. Not is the answer. It doesn't reduce. By using steel slag technology, it has nothing to do with your noise pollution. It doesn't reduce or it doesn't increase also. Basically, it's a road. It has nothing to do with your noise pollution. Okay? Yeah. So solve this one. Read carefully. Please read carefully. Yeah. Okay. C is the answer. Yeah. Okay, so next one is quite artistic one. That is okay. Tankai method. Okay, what is this Tankai method? So basically, what happened? It's a shipbuilding method. It's our ancient. It is supposed to be. Matlab, it is considered that it's our ancient shipbuilding method. It's called as a Tankai method. So what is this Tankai method? So basically, what happened recently? Your minister, that is Minister of Culture and Navy, that is Indian Navy, got into an MOU, one agreement saying that Indian Navy will be using this method, that is Tankai method of shipbuilding. Understood? So basically, Tankai method is a shipbuilding method. How it's one method of construction of ship. It's our ancient. It is India's ancient method. So recently, what happened was our minister, that is Ministry of Culture. So Ministry of Culture had a agreement with Indian Navy saying that Indian Navy should start using this method, that is this Tankai method, in terms in shipbuilding. Understood? So this is the context. Very clear. We have Ministry of Culture. So Ministry of, what is the agenda of Ministry of Culture? They have to protect our culture. That's the agenda, right? Agenda of Ministry of Culture. What is the agenda? They have to protect the culture. And this ancient Tankai method is our culture of shipbuilding. So in order to promote and protect this culture, minister, so recently the Ministry of Culture had one MOU with, MOU is nothing but kind of semi agreement with Indian Navy, saying that Indian Navy should start using this approach, that is this Tankai method of shipbuilding. So what is this? Okay, Tankai method of shipbuilding. No rocket science. So basically thing now. So we use wooden planks and we stitch it. Instead of using nails, we stitch it. We bind it with ropes and various other materials. else, we stitch it. That's it. No rocket science over here. Instead of using nails, we stitch it. That's it. So we stitch something like this. This is called as your Tenkai method. Matlab, seriously, no rocket science. It's the regular shipbuilding where we don't use nails, rather we bind it, we stitch it. That is called as your Tenkai method. Understood? Seriously, no rocket science. A regular shipbuilding, basically instead of nails, we bind it, we stitch it. That's it. So this is called as your Tenkai method. And again, what are the advantages? There are various advantages. It's going to increase flexibility and durability of the ship. And history, if you see the history of your Tenkai method, so historically it is considered that Indians were following this Tenkai method. That is, instead of using nails, we were stitching the wooden planks in order to construct your ships. That's it. So historically we were doing this was our approach of shipbuilding. But what happened during the colonial period, Europeans brought their ship into Indian territory, and as a reason, we started gradually adopting European shipbuilding technology. And this one, that is this Tenkai method, got let's say lost its relevance. So due to the emergence of European ships into the Indian territory, the European ship technology got more traction compared to this our Tenkai method. So Tenkai method is nothing but ship, that is the we use the wooden planks and we stitch it. We don't use nails. So this is the history of your Tenkai method. But what are the benefits of this Tenkai method? One is it provides flexibility. See, if I use wood, if I use nail, what will happen? I will not have flexible the due to the movement, that is due to the movement of your water or due to the waves, the wood has to be flexible. If I use nail, what will happen? It will be very rigid. So as a reason, the sustainability of the ship will be less. But whereas if I use stitching method, or say this Tenkai method, what will be there? It will be more flexible, the wood will be flexible. So as a reason, what will happen? If there is any movement of the waves also, the wood will be flexible. So as a reason, the ship will be a bit flexible. So if the ship is more flexible, then the wooden planks will be more durable. It will not get damaged by the waves. And next one is, it will be more sustainable, in the sense long duration. It will be durable, it is more sustainable. And these are the main advantages of this Tenkai method. That is, if I use this Tenkai method, the ships will be, that is the wooden planks will be more flexible, and as a reason, it will be more durable and sustainable. Clear? So no rocket science. It's a simple concept. It's a pure prelims oriented concept. You should just know that what is Tenkai method. Apart from this, don't try to become a Navy officer. Not required. So just know what is Tenkai method. See here, and agenda is you got to clear the exam. That's it. What is required? Just focus on that. Now don't do one PhD on Tenkai method. Not at all required. It's a pure prelims oriented questions. So yeah, let us solve this one. So what is this? Yeah, good. So let us take one important crucial questions from international relation IR. This is mainly from it's a combination. So basically this topic is a combination of both your mains as well as your prelims. So in prelims you just need to know the map point. That's it. From your mains you have to analyze the topic. So let us analyze this topic, Kachativu Island. Okay, Kachativu issue. So what is this Kachativu issue? Before understanding what is this Kachativu issue, you should know what is Kachativu. Basically, Kachativu is a name of one island. This is the Kachativu Island. It's an island. It's a barren island. No one lives there. So this is a small and it's also not like a very big island. It's a very small island. It's not even say 300 acres. It's some 260-acre island. That's it. It's a very small island and very small island. 260 acre is no big deal. It's a literally small island, and it is found in your Park Strait. So this is your Park Strait. So in along the Park Strait, it is we have this island. This is from your prelims perspective. That's it. Now let us understand the mains angle. Prelims angle is you just need to know the point. Kachativu is one island. It is situated in Park Strait. It is inhabited, so there is no one living. No one uninhabited. There is no one living in that Kachativu island. So recently it was in news because the Tamil Nadu chief minister raised an issue about this. So let us understand the details of this Kachativu island. So again, Kachativu island is an uninhabited island along the Park Strait. So this is your Park Strait. This is this very small island. Okay, it's a very small island, uninhabited. This is a graphical representation, not the real. Okay, not the real island. It's a graphical representation. So again, it's a very small island, uninhabited. No one lives there, and it's a small. Okay, it is some 280 acres. That's it. Very small island, and it is very close to this Rameshwaram. That is your Tamil Nadu coast. Very close to this Rameshwaram. And next, let us understand why there is an issue. Why Tamil Nadu chief minister has currently raised an issue with respect to this Kachativu island. In order to understand why Tamil Nadu chief minister has raised an issue, we have to analyze the history of Kachativu island. So what is the history of this Kachativu island? So basically during the British era, this Kachativu island during the British era, this Kachativu island was jointly managed by both India and Sri Lanka. Both India and Sri Lanka was jointly managing this Kachativu island. But what happened after British, as usual, like what happens, like whenever British leave, there's a turmoil between the border disputes, say India and Pakistan. So some disputes like that. Similarly, the dispute emerged with respect to Kachativu island between India and Sri Lanka. So the Kachativu island, the dispute emerged after independence. A dispute emerged between India and Sri Lanka regarding Kachativu island. So what happened? So since it's a very small patch of land, very small patch of, it's just some 280 acres, a very small patch of land. So what happened? So Indian government in 1974 signed one agreement with Sri Lankan government and gave this land. They gave this very tiny island to Sri Lanka. So this is union government, that is the central government signed one agreement and gave it to Sri Lanka. Very small island, it gave it to Sri Lanka. But historically speaking, since it is, please everyone focus here, since it is very close to Rameshwaram, this is your Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu, a district in Tamil Nadu. It's very close to Rameshwaram. The fishermen of Rameshwaram were going near this island to fish. So this was the multiple generations, the fishermen of Tamil Nadu, that is the Rameshwaram, to be more specific, the Rameshwaram, this part, fishermen, they were going near this island to fish, for fishing. Now what happened in 1974? That is a union government in the center, that Delhi, that is union government. What they did, they gave away this patch of island to, that is the union government gave away this patch of island to Sri Lanka under one agreement. So what was happening earlier, the Tamil Nadu chief fishermen were going near this island for fishing. Now what happened, this island belongs to Sri Lanka. As a reason, what happened, Sri Lankan Navy started coming near this island. Sri Lankan Navy started patrolling near this island. So if Indian fisherman goes and fishes fish in this next to this island, it is the resource belongs to Sri Lanka. So as a reason, the Sri Lankan Navy were harassing Indian fishermen. That is, Indian fisherman is nothing but you, the Tamil Nadu fishermen. As a reason, your chief minister has now raised an issue, that is to discuss with Sri Lanka, saying that Sri Lankan Navy should not harass Tamil fishermen. That is the issue. Understood? I'll again reiterate it. So basically, there was one small island called as Kachativu Island. This Kachativu Island is closer to Tamil Nadu's Rameshwaram district. So since multiple generations, the fishermen of this Rameshwaram district were going near this Kachativu island, this Kachativu Island for fishing. So what happened? So before British, this island was jointly managed by both India and Sri Lanka. Once British left, that is once we got independence, what happened? So there was an issue that was raised by Sri Lanka on this Kachativu Island, and it's a very small patch of land. So Indian government told, "Chalo, theek hai." So 1974, the agreement, under 1974 agreement, this island was given to Sri Lanka. So before, once this island was given to Sri Lanka, now what happened? Sri Lankan Navy started patrolling around this island. So historically, that is the Tamil Nadu fishermen are going near this island for fishing. Now what has happened, when Sri Lankan Navy started patrolling this island, they started harassing the Tamil fishermen. So as a reason, chief minister, that is, there are issues regarding this Kachativu Island only in Tamil Nadu, because earlier, since generation, this Tamil fishermen were going and fishing near this island. Now that this island belongs to Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan Navy is not allowing Tamil fishermen to go and fish there. So as a result, this has created one issue. So this is the main issue. Clear? Understood? So simple concept. So island, initially the island was jointly managed by India and Sri Lanka during British era. In 1974, the island went to Sri Lanka. But however, since generation, the island around this island, Tamil fishermen were fishing. Once this island has gone to Sri Lanka, now what is happening? Sri Lankan Navy are harassing Tamil fishermen. So as a reason, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister is requesting the Union government to resolve this issue. Simple. So this is your history of Kachativu Island. What is the issue? As I told earlier, that is your Tamil fishermen were denied access. That is the military, that is navy of Sri Lankans were harassing the Tamil fishermen. That is one thing. And the next one is your Tamil fishermen were not allowed to pass through the Park Strait. Now that the island belongs to Sri Lanka, we have this border, international borders are there. So as a reason, Tamil fishermen are not allowed to go there near the island. So these are the main issues of your Kachativu. That is the Kachativu Island. And another main issue, also another very important issue, is that frequently what happens is that there are clashes between Indian fishermen and Sri Lankan fishermen along this island. See, this island, it is not that Sri Lankan fishermen will not come near the island for fishing. So Sri Lankan fishermen will also come near the island for fishing. Indian fishermen will also go near the island for fishing. So as a reason, many occasions there are clashes between your Indian fishermen and Sri Lankan fishermen. So these are the three main, or say, three important issues regarding the Kachativu Island. Now let us see the perspectives from Indian perspective as well as Sri Lankan perspective. So what is the perspective? The perspective is that basically Indian government says that Sri Lankan Navy is harassing that is Tamil fishermen, or say Indian fishermen. So you have to stop it. That is the Indian government stance. Indian government says that, Indian government says to the Sri Lankan government, saying that Sri Lankan Navy are harassing our Tamil fishermen, so you want to stop it. This is India's stance. But whereas your Sri Lankan stance is that what Sri Lanka is telling is that we have never harassed we have never harassed any of Indian fishermen in Indian territory. If they come to our territory, that is our duty to protect our territory. So Sri Lankan Navy says that we have never harassed Indian fishermen in Indian territory. That is the stance of Sri Lanka. Or so these are the two perspectives. That is, India is telling Sri Lankan Navy is harassing Indian fishermen. Sri Lankan Navy is telling that Sri Lanka is telling that Sri Lankan Navy has never harassed any of the Indian fishermen. So this is the perspective. This is the perspective from both the sides. Now, what is the solution? What should be the solution? The solution is, so basically both India and Sri Lanka should have a proper dialogue should be there. That is, they should continue in engaging dialogue. Only then, see, it's not that it's a small issue. It's not some major issue like how we have issues between India and Pakistan. So as a reason, we did not go get into war. So it's a very small issue. This could be solved by dialogues. That is, if we have a very good dialogue between the diplomatic dialogues between India and Sri Lanka, we can easily solve. At the same time, we should have some joint, that that is joint mechanism to manage the fishing along the Park Strait. So if we have a joint mechanism, that is the fishing should be properly managed by both the countries. Only if the fishing is managed by both the countries, we can avoid clashes like this, that is clashes between your Indian fishermen and Sri Lankan fishermen, we can properly avoid if we have a joint mechanism in regarding fishing. Understood? So one is we got to have a proper dialogue, that is a proper dialogue between your India and Sri Lanka should be there regarding the Kachativu issue. Secondly, there should be proper joint management of your fishing in the Park Strait. So these are the two important steps regarding the way forward. Now let us consider the question, Kachativu issue. So what is the answer over here? Very simple answer. Yeah. So this one, it is not. Please focus here. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. D. Both. That is, both are the consequences. The question is not. So since both is the right answer, so you got to put D. So yeah. Yeah. Tamare Kandan. Yeah, you're right. So let us take the next important topic. This topic is important from your prelims, and a few elements of this topic you can use it in your mains. That is, from in mains perspective you can use it. So building the concept, okay, that is building capacity. What is the Star C initiative? I hope you would have come across something called as the International Solar Alliance. So International Solar Alliance is nothing but an initiative of India. That is, India is leading this International Solar Alliance in order to ensure that the countries around the world start using solar technologies as a replacement of fossil fuel. So in order to cut down the carbon emission, India has started this in International Solar Alliance along with France. So this is the basic idea regarding International Solar Alliance. It is called as ISA. I hope this is clear. It should be very important topic, right? I think you would have already known about this International Solar Alliance. So this is the basic thing you should know in order to understand what this what the Star Sea initiative is. It's a simple concept. Star Sea initiative is nothing but solar technology application resource center. Solar technology, STAR. Solar technology application resource center is an initiative under your International Solar Alliance. International Solar Alliance is a multi organization, that is a multinational organization, intergovernmental. Yeah, it is intergovernmental organization. So where the member countries, basically the agenda of International Solar Alliance is that to promote the solar technology, and it should act as a replacement for fossil fuels. Why International Solar Alliance was rolled out? In order to control global warming. So under this International Solar Alliance, we have something called as a STAR-C. What is a STAR-C? Solar Technology Application Resource Center. Solar Technology Application Resource Center. It is an initiative. It is a program. Basically, it's a program under your International Solar Alliance. So if it is a program, then it should have some goal. What is the goal? What is the goal of the STAR-C? So basically, the important goal is build the capacity. That is capacity building for a member country to utilize solar energy. The agenda. This is a program. STAR-C is a program under International Solar Alliance. What is the agenda of this program? The agenda of this program is to build the capacity, or say capacity building of the country, of any member country, to ensure the utilization of solar energy. Clear? So this is the program. What this program will do? What is the agenda of this program? The agenda of the program is to build capacity of a country to utilize solar energy. So that is the agenda of STAR-C. So how do we implement, how this program is implemented? That is how STAR-C is implemented. So STAR-C, so basically what happens under STAR-C program is that, so we will be constructing this regional centers of excellence. Again, regional centers of excellence will be constructed. So in this regional centers of excellence regarding solar technology, so this regional center of excellence will be constructed. So what we'll do in this regional center of excellence? So basically we'll be training, providing technical assistance, say incubation support to the solar entrepreneurs and business. So so what we'll do in this solar, that is STAR-C, is that we'll be setting up regional center of excellence. In this regional center of excellence, what we do is we provide them training, that is capacity building. We provide the training, say in terms of training and technical assistance. Whom do we train? We'll train the solar entrepreneurs and businesses. So the people who are into the solar panels, etc., we train them. So that is the concept of this STAR-C project. In STAR-C project, what we do is, in STAR-C project, or say STAR-C program, what we do is, first we set up one regional center of excellence. In this regional center of excellence, we provide training and technical assistance to solar entrepreneurs and businesses. So what is the intention? So, and then what we do is, basically if we provide them training, and if we provide them training, so what will happen is, it will increase the capacity. So as a reason, people can start using the solar panels, and it will increase the capacity of the country. And who is going to implement this STAR-C? So it is implemented by International Solar Alliance in partnership with UNIDO. So it is implemented by International Solar Alliance in partnership with UNIDO. What is this UNIDO? United Nations Industrial Development Organization. So United Nations Industrial Development Organization. So this is implemented by International Solar Alliance plus UNIDO. So what we do in this that is STAR-C, basically we set up a regional center, a regional center of excellence, and we provide training. So we provide training for the individuals, so that they know all the technologies in for reaping the solar energy. So this is what the implementation of STAR-C is. And again, the first three STAR-Cs will be set up in India, Morocco, and South Africa. And it is expected that these first three STAR-C project, or say regional centers, will be operational by 2024. It will be operational by 2024. But what are the benefits? So why International Solar Alliance is implementing this STAR-C? So what are the benefits? There are various benefits are there. The first one is, the member countries, that is the International Solar Alliance member countries, will start increasing the usage of solar energy. So when the member countries start increase the usage of solar energy, what will happen? The global warming will come down. That is, the global warming will come down, and also the dependency on fossil fuel will come down. That is the first important benefits. So that is the increase in the use of solar energy among the member countries. Next one is, it is going to create jobs. That is, when we train the people under STAR-C program, if we train the individuals, if we train the entrepreneurs regarding the solar technologies, or say solar panels, what will happen? It is going to create jobs in solar sectors. Next one is it's going to create jobs. And the third one is it is going to promote economic development. Economic development, since we'll be installing new solar panels or new solar parks will be installed, what will happen? More power generation. So as a reason, more economic activities will start. And next one is it is going to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. So when we start using the solar technology, what will happen? It is going to reduce the greenhouse gas. Clear? So these are the benefits of this Star Sea initiative. Clear? All clear. I hope this is clear. Any doubt over here? Yeah. How many Afrin, member countries of International Solar Alliance? International Solar Alliance member countries. Yeah. So let us solve this again here. This is not. Which one of the following is not a goal of Star Sea? Then this should be three. I'm so sorry. This should be three. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, Monica, you're right. International Solar Alliance, yeah, good. Okay, I'll briefly summarize it. That's a big concept, International Solar Alliance. Quickly summarize it. So basically, International Solar Alliance is nothing but like how you have intergovernmental organizations are there, right? Say many organizations. Say for example, your Asian Development Bank. So these are intergovernmental organizations. Intergovernmental organizations in the sense different international governments will come together and start one project that is called as intergovernmental, start one organization. So that is called as your, again, your ADB bank, or say these kind of banks, the international banks. These are nothing but your international intergovernmental organization. International Solar Alliance is nothing but one international intergovernmental organizations where it was initiated by India with the partnership of France. So basically, India and France came together and started this International Solar Alliance. This is one organization. So what is the agenda of this organization is that is under this organization, it will promote the countries to start using solar energy, and this solar energy should act as a replacement for fossil fuels. So the agenda is, let under through this organization, let us promote solar energy. And if we promote solar energy, that is solar energy usage in the countries, in various other countries, then what will happen? We will eventually have will eventually what will happen is that we will have to replace solar, that is fossil fuel, with solar energy. So that is your International Solar Alliance. It was initiated by India and France. The agenda is promote the usage of solar energy, which will act as a replacing material for fossil fuels. That is the agenda. That is your International Solar Alliance. So how do we promote this? The agenda, that is agenda is promoting solar energy. One element is the Star Sea. Through Star Sea initiative, what are we doing? We are training the entrepreneurs in various countries by establishing regional centers. If we train the solar entrepreneurs, what will happen? They will start using solar energy in their country. Then the agenda of International Solar Alliance will be served. Clear? So this is your International Solar Alliance. Yeah, SAR G20. Yeah, so correct, right, Nathan. No, Kritanga. No, not every developing countries are a member of Star Sea. Yeah, Pulkit, right. Okay. So now let us see the Niti Aayog. This is national multi-dimensional poverty index. Quite good news. It is very developing news. very important one. This one you have to use this one in mains mainly gs2 and in gs1 mainly society part. Nothing much from your prelims point of view. The only thing what you got to do know from prelims point of view is that national poverty index, national multidimensional poverty index, that is the national MPDI. Okay, sorry, MDPI is given by Niti Aayog. So this is what you have to remember from your prelims perspective. That is your national multi-dimensional poverty index is given by Niti Aayog. That is the only thing you have to know from your prelims perspective. Remaining everything is from your mains perspective. Let us discuss. And again, this is like quite important from your mains perspective, mainly your society in paper 1 and social justice in your GS paper 2. So let us start. Okay, what is this national multidimensional poverty index? Okay, MDPI, national MDPI, multidimensional poverty index. It's known as MDPI. It's a uh, very well known word. MDPI is nothing but multidimensional poverty index. So at national level, this is given by your Niti Aayog. So this is the second round they are giving. This is the second time. Please everyone note this. This is that is national MDPI is given for the second time. The last time was given in your 2021. So in 2021 we had the first report. This is the second report. The second report is in 2023. So this report is completely based on your National Family Health Survey, NFHS 5. If you want, please jot it down. National Family Health Survey. So this national MDPI, that is National Multidimensional Poverty Index, which is given by Niti Aayog, the first report was given in 2021. The latest report is the second report. It has come in 2023, and this report is based on the data from National Health Family Survey. Okay, NFHS. uh, Sorry, National Family Health Survey. National Family NFHS. National Family Health Survey 5. National Family Health Survey 5. So everything, all the data is derived from this National Family Health Survey. So through this survey, so the report has been made. So by using this survey, so now let us consider what is this before getting into the report. Now let us understand what is this multidimensional poverty index. Multidimensional poverty index is nothing but basically a method of assessing the poverty. Multi-dimensional poverty index is nothing but assessing the method. It's an assessment of poverty. How do we assess poverty? We assess poverty by considering health, by considering education, by considering standard of living. See, what do you mean by poverty? Poverty is a big concept in it. So poverty doesn't mean that having less money. So that is one aspect of poverty. That doesn't mean that. So we are covering poverty holistically. If we have to understand poverty holistically, we have to consider MDPI, that is multi-dimensional poverty index. Poverty doesn't mean that economic aspects. That is, when I don't have money, it is not that I'm poor. If I don't have good health, that will also lead to poverty. If I don't have good education, that will also lead to poverty. So poverty is a multi-dimensional concept. You cannot simply say that a person is poor because he or she doesn't have money. So that is a narrow aspect of viewing poverty. So the broad aspect of viewing poverty is nothing but your MDPI, multi-dimensional poverty index. So in multi-dimensional poverty index, what do we consider? What are the various dimensions we consider? The first dimension is your health, the next dimension is your education, and the last dimension is your standard of living. So these are the three dimensions which we consider in order to assess the poverty of an individual. Clear? So there is one way of understanding poverty, that is your poverty line, BPL. So you would have heard about below poverty line, right? That is on the basis of economics, only economics. So only on the basis of money, how much money you have. So if you have less money, you will be considered on BPL. APL is above poverty line. The poverty line is based on some money, so the some income level, that is BPL. But this national MDPI, that is multidimensional poverty index, is nothing but we holistically consider poverty. So poverty in terms of how an individual becomes poor, when an individual doesn't have good health, when an individual doesn't have good education. See, assume that if I don't have education, in future I will not get a job, in future I'll become poor. If I don't have good health, in future I cannot go and work outside. As a result, in future I'll be poor. So if I don't have good health, I cannot go and work outside. So as a reason, what will happen? I'll eventually become poor. So this poverty is a multi-dimensional concept. You cannot simply say that poverty is just lack of money. No, that is a narrow approach of considering poverty. So this is the meaning of your MDPI, multi-dimensional poverty index. So what Niti Aayog has done, that Niti Aayog in its latest report has given national MDPI, national level, they have given the multi-dimensional poverty index. Understood till here? You got it? Any doubt over here? So this is your national multi-dimensional poverty index. So again, this is purely from your mains perspective. So what is the report? What have we analyzed from the report? The important findings from the report is that it's a good news, very very good news, is that the multidimensional poverty in India has come down drastically. So it has come down by almost 10 percentage points. 10 percentage points. So the last report that was in 2021, compare that report with this latest report 2023, the multidimensional poverty in India has reduced by 10 percentage in the last report. So almost 25 percentage, say 24.85, almost 25 percentage of India were under multidimensional poverty. Now it has come down to 14 or say 15 percentage. So in the last report, it has the poverty rate was 25 percentage. In this report, the poverty rate is 15 percentage. So this is a very good news. That's a welcome news. So the multidimensional poverty rate has come down by almost has fallen by almost 10 percentage. That's the best thing. And the next one is the fastest decline in poverty is seen in rural area compared to your urban area. The report says that in the urban area, the rate of decline, so the rate of decline is low. The Indian average rate of decline is 10 percentage, but however, the fastest rate of decline is seen in your rural area. In rural area, in the last report, that is in the 2021 report, the multidimensional poverty rate was 32 percentage. In this current report, it says that the multidimensional poverty rate is 19 percentage. So overall at India level, the multidimensional poverty rate has come down by 10 percentage, almost 10 percentage. But if we further go in detail, the rate of decline is very high in rural area compared to your urban area. Clear? So this is one important finding. And the next important finding is a spatial approach. If you see here, the important, that is the main important states are UP, Bihar, MP, Rajasthan and Odisha. So in these five states, there were huge decline in your multidimensional poverty rate. The rate of decline in multidimensional poverty were huge in these five states, that is UP, Bihar, MP, Odisha and Rajasthan. So in these five states, there was huge decline in your multidimensional poverty rate. And another important thing is, it says that what's the reason why there is a huge decline in poverty rate, that is multidimensional poverty rate. The report says that the main reason for decline in this multidimensional poverty is due to increase in the nutrition. That is the first point. Next, schooling, that is education, that is years of schooling has increased. And the next point is sanitation and cooking fuel. So by improving the levels, the status in terms of your nutrition, in terms of years of schooling, in terms of sanitation, in terms of availability of cooking fuel, because of these four elements, the multidimensional poverty has come down drastically. It has come down by almost 10 percentage in pan India. So at India level, it has come down by 10 percentage. So this is like very important report. And where can you use it? You can use it in your mains answers. See, no one in prelims will not get, say, what is the rate of decline in what is the rate of decline in the multidimensional poverty, you will not get it in your prelims. But however, you can use this prelims, this knowledge, this one, in terms of your mains, by in order to provide fodder points, in order to provide that extra points, you can use it. Clear? Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is MPI. It is usually called as MDPI. Yeah, MDPI, MDPI. Clear? Next one, the last topic of the day, global Gibbon network. So, what is this global Gibbon network? You can yeah, global Gibbon network. So what is this global Gibbon network? So before taking up this global Gibbon network, let us consider what is a Gibbon. So let us understand. So recently there was this meeting of this global Gibbon network, and China raised an issue. So let us understand what is this global Gibbon network. So this is the Gibbon, that is, this is okay, Hulok Gibbon that is found in India. So let us understand what is this gibbon. That simple concept. So gibbon is nothing but it is a smallest ape. So it belongs to the ape family. Gibbon belongs to this ape family. So this is the smallest ape. So there is smallest ape, and it's also the fastest ape. So this is the gibbon, and this is under gibbon. There are various types of gibbons are there. So we have Lar gibbon in India. In India, there are two types of gibbons that are found. One is your Eastern Hollow gibbon, and next one is the Western Hollow gibbon. So in various other countries, we have different types of gibbons. And where are these gibbons mainly found? These gibbons are mainly found. Gibbon is nothing but one ape. This is a gibbon. It's a small, very small kind of monkey. You cannot call it as monkey. It's much evolved than monkey. This species is better evolved than monkey. So that's your gibbon. So they are found in so where are these gibbons found? So mainly these gibbons are found between your tropical and subtropical, in this belt. Tropical and subtropical, we find this gibbon. And there are various under gibbon, there are various species are there. In India, there are two species that are found, two types of gibbons that are found. One is your Eastern Hulok gibbon, and the next one is your Western Hulok gibbon. Clear? So this is the basic idea regarding gibbon. Understood? So now let us get into this. What is this global gibbon network? So global gibbon network, simple concept. So basically global gibbon network is nothing but a global alliance of organizations that work to conserve, okay, that works to conserve this gibbon and their habitat. It's a global organization. So global gibbon network is nothing but it's a global organization. What is the agenda? The agenda is to conserve this, protect this gibbon and its habitat. That is the agenda of this global gibbon network. It's a global organization. So various countries, various organizations are a member of this, and it was established recently. It was just established in 2020 by IUCN, and various other entities are there. So university are there, your national parks are there. We'll forget about that. But however, the important entity that established this global gibbon network is IUCN. So IUCN is the important entity that established this global gibbon network. And you got to know that India is a founding member of this global gibbon network. Why India is a founding member? India has a gibbon. What kind of gibbon? India has Hulok gibbon. India has Hulok gibbon. So India has Hulok gibbon. As a reason, India is also founding member of this global gibbon network. Now let us see what is the goal. What is the goal of this organization, that is global gibbon network? What is the goal? The goal is very simple. Basically, one is to conserve the this gibbon, conserve the gibbon and their habitat. That is the main goal. That is conserve the gibbon and its habitat. Next one is raise awareness regarding this gibbon and their issues. Why what is the issue? So basically the issue is this gibbons are like small, very small creatures. So what happens is many times this gibbons get smuggled. So many people consider this as a pet, and it gets smuggled. So as a reason, and also what is happening, next important threats is, one threat is threat. One threat is smuggling. The first threat is smuggling. So because it looks like a small, it's basically it's a small animal, it is smuggled as a pet. And the next one is deforestation. This gibbons stay in the forest, there is a massive deforestation that is going on. So as a reason, what is happening, their habitats are getting destroyed. So these are the two main reasons. One is illegal smuggling, and the next one is their habitats are getting destroyed due to deforestation. Because of this, the population of gibbons are coming down drastically. It is coming down. So in order to protect these gibbons are ape. Okay, that is one kind of ape. So in order to protect these gibbons, recently in 2020, this organization was established, that is a Global Gibbon Network, and the goal is to conserve gibbons. Next one is raise awareness about gibbons and their plight. Next one is to promote research on gibbons, say in terms of how to protect, how to in the ways to protect this gibbons. So these are the main goals of this Global Gibbon Network. And the next one is, what are the activities? Okay, what are the activities that is performed by this Global Gibbon Network? Basically, this Global Gibbon Network is nothing but it provides a forum, it provides a platform where the members can come discuss about the gibbons issue. Like they can discuss the gibbons issue. That is the one thing, that is provides a forum for gibbons conservation organization to share information and collaborate on the projects. So one is, it acts as a platform where the important stakeholders can come discuss the issues of this discuss the issues of this gibbon and take necessary measures. And next one is, this Global Gibbon Network also focuses on organizing workshop and training. So it also provides training for the stakeholders in order to conserve the gibbons. And next one is, it also supports the research facilities, that is it supports the research facilities on gibbon. And finally, it advocates, that is it advocates the gibbon, that is it advocates for gibbon conservation with government and other stakeholders. It acts as a licensing. So it basically it acts as a mediator with respect to the government and nudges the government to protect the gibbons. So this is the Global Gibbon Network. I hope this is clear, and we'll take up the question. Any doubt here? Yeah, so the reason why China raised concern was that India was not taking proactive actions regarding the conservation of this hollow gibbon. So as a reason, China raised the concern. Difference between ape and monkey. This is like anthropological answer, but you can just consider that ape is better evolved compared to monkey. Okay, fine. Yeah. Apart from this, any other doubts? Yeah, Ritu, what is the doubt? Arjun, gibbons in India is found in the northeastern region. Yeah, slag is a waste. Steel slag is nothing but the waste that emerges from the production of steel. Yeah, Yeah, apes are available. See, gibbon is a ape. It's available. It's found in India. Arjun, UNDP's MDPI is UNDP, Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index, is given by UNDP. That is at the global level they do it. They also do it for India. And this is National MDPI is given by Niti Aayog. Good night, Afreen. Good night. Yeah. Okay. Any doubts? Yeah. So many. Yeah. Okay. Chalo then. Thank you. Good night. Good night then. Study well. Yeah. Okay. Chalo then. Thank you. Study well.